my dreams I said I know it. In my dreams I said I know it. In my dreams I said I know that I can. So baby, please don't let me blow. Baby, please don't let me blow. You can't do this, but I know that I can. You gotta do this from the heart. You won't do this, you won't start. I just gotta play the cards in my hand.
What's going on, fam? Welcome back to another video. Today is finally the video that I show you guys what is in this box. There's something else in this box right now. But today's the video that I show you guys what is finally in this box. We finally got the intake manifold for the car that is going to allow us to spray a bigger shot of nitrous. Not this. A bigger shot of nitrous, and maybe even bigger in the future, or if we could decide to go boost it or something. There's some controversy around this intake manifold, but I'm gonna show you guys right now what's going on and some future plans with it. So yeah, guys, right here, this is the Typhoon aluminum intake manifold. So you guys already know if you guys are in the know about this intake manifold. A lot of people say that this intake manifold actually robs horsepower, but you know, I've seen people say that this intake manifold only picks up power within the top RPM ranges, and most of the time when people were saying that it robs horsepower was on NA setups, and you know, I'm not really looking for NA anymore. You know, light to light, you know, when the car's off nitrous, yeah, I mean, it's gonna feel a little bit slower maybe. But you know what, I'm not too worried about that. The only thing I need this for is to be able to flow more nitrous, and we are actually gonna find out if those rumors are true or not, because I was actually gonna remote tune the car for the 150 shot. But you know, I talked to my tuner. I said, you know what, it'll be better for video to show you guys what the car actually puts down on a 150 shot. And the car has all the same mods that it just made on the 100 shot. So we're gonna put this intake manifold straight on, nothing else. Put the intake manifold on 150 jets, and then see how much the car makes. I'm gonna have him retune this. I'm gonna have him retune for the intake manifold NA. So we're actually gonna see before it made 280, 305. See how much it makes or see how much it loses, see if that's a true fact or not. But you know, today guys, we're just gonna be cleaning up this manifold, because you guys can see, you know, it's a used one. I got it for a good deal. My dad already drilled and tapped this right here. I don't know if you guys can see the threads, but for the coolant temp sensor, I'm gonna clean this thing up real good, because you know, it looks kind of ugly right now. Depending on how good this thing cleans up, I might paint it. I kind of wanted to paint it wrinkle black and you know, get that nice texture on it. But you know, if it turns out good after I clean this thing and put some brake cleaner on it, you know, we might keep it. So I'm gonna get some stuff out of the garage real quick, spray this thing down, see what it looks like, and then I'll show you guys. So stay tuned, man.
Now I can never do nothing right. Spending days aside trying to figure out myself. I don't wanna live, don't wanna die. I don't wanna fight, but it's hard when I hate myself. Spending every day wonder why. I don't wanna lie, but the truth never really get felt. Got me guessing if I'm really well. I don't wanna fail, but my heart keeps shutting me down. Me down, me down. But my heart keeps shutting me down. Me down, me down. But my heart keeps shutting me. I never know which way to go. You said that I would never change, so I'm losing hope. But I know I don't wanna let you go.
Alright guys, I'm not really sure why I left off, but I kind of got carried away on wrenching. But this is what the intake manifold looks like now. There's still a little bit of dirty spots, like here, there, all over here. But I ended up getting the throttle body off, because I'm gonna respray this wrinkle black. I'm gonna take down as much paint as I can on this, and because you know, you guys can tell, like, I got pretty messed up. It looks pretty ugly. So I'm gonna tape off all these lines, tape off the EGR, and then I'm gonna reshoot this thing, both wrinkle black, and then the car over here, I basically got almost everything torn apart. I got the wires off, throttle body you just saw, harness. I was disconnecting the fuel solenoids, everything like that. It looks like all I need to do now is drain the coolant so I can get the radiator hose off, take off the belt, take off the alternator, and then basically the injectors will come up like this and the intake manifold pop right out. Alright, pretty sure I'm gonna be finishing this up tomorrow. I have a little bit of things to do today, so I'll pick up the camera tomorrow, and you guys will see this obviously in the next clip. But I was actually waiting on a heat gun from my buddy. I didn't want to go buy a new heat gun, you know, your boy's being cheap. But I'm gonna go to the store, pick up some of that wrinkle paint, tape off all this stuff, the spots that need to be taped up, and then we'll be ready to go, man. Cannot wait. I cannot wait. I already had the 100-shot jets out. I have everything in this little thing over here. You guys can see the jets are right there, all the parts. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna pick the camera back up tomorrow. If I do start painting this thing tonight, which I don't know if I will or not, I'll let you guys know for sure. But yeah, man, we'll see you guys on the next clip. All right, what's going on, guys? We're back. A lot has happened since the last clip, but I'll show you guys real quick. Yeah, man, I got carried away last night. So as you guys can see, last night I got out the drop light. I got the intake manifold out, man. Everything's out. Intake manifold's in there, old one, and we sprayed the intake manifold. I didn't really spray. I didn't do a tutorial on like me showing you like how to spray it and stuff like that. I'm just doing it, you know, just to show you guys. You got to go all out, man. I wanted this thing to look good, but earlier I went to go eat and I left the thing outside. I wanted the sun, you know, to cure it a little bit last night. It cured overnight, and as you guys can see, there's freaking water. So it did rain, but I guess it dried enough so that way the rain didn't mess it up. But you guys can see the wrinkles in it. It turned out pretty good, man. I'm really impressed with it. I like it a lot. Definitely looks better than before with that, you know, ugly silver. So it definitely looks better. I want it to look not like sleeperish, but I definitely want it to look more stock than you know, like aftermarket. I like a clean little black look, man. So my boy's on the way right now. We're gonna install this. I'm gonna start assembling everything right now. I'll put the throttle body on here, the EGR delete. I'm gonna put everything on there. My boy gets out here in about 30 minutes, so he's gonna help me do this. You know, just help me lift it up and stuff like that. So I'm gonna start putting all this stuff back together, man. I'll pick it back up when he gets here. I'll show you guys the process that we did. I'll let you guys know, man. Alright guys, I wanted to show y'all something real quick. I finished assembling the throttle body. This is what it looks like all put together. Looks pretty good. But you guys can see right here, hopefully, okay, you guys can see how small this is compared to the plastic. The plastic is pretty much, Siri's going off on my phone. You guys can tell how smaller this is compared to the plastic. The plastic is a lot bigger. So guys, when I bought the intake, you guys know that this intake was pre-owned, right? It did not come with bolts. So searching online everywhere, I called the manufacturers of Typhoon. They said they could not get me bolts. I looked around forums, could not find anything, man. So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna secure this thing down because everyone's saying that the bolts are supposed to be different, you know what I mean? So I looked around and I talked to Modular Head Shop, and Modular Head Shop told me that the bolts for the Edelbrock manifold will work. So you guys can see right here, these are ARP intake bolts right here. So you guys can tell, look, I'm gonna show you one of the bolts for the stock intake. This is a thermostat bolt. Thermostat bolt. Oh my god, I got anti-seize all over my fingers. Okay, this is a stock intake bolt, the plastic bolt, and this littler one is the bolt for the Typhoon. And it makes sense on why, you know, it should be smaller, because you guys can see right here, this is where the bolt will drop through. You see how it sticks down like that? This is the regular plastic intake bolt. See how much longer it would be sticking down, so the manifold will not crush the intake gaskets like it should. So these are smaller, it's gonna secure it, and they are ARP bolts, so no matter how much nitrous compression, that intake's gonna stay on there. So yeah, man, I figured I would just tell you guys that, just in case you guys are in the same dilemma as me, you cannot find hardware. We will find out if these bolts will work or not. I'm pretty sure they will. They look like they will. So we're gonna keep on assembling stuff. I already have the solenoid brackets on here, some other bolts from the top. I have a friend of mine that's gonna come pick up the PI manifold right now, guys. So sorry, it is sold. Yeah, I'm gonna sell that real quick, and then we will continue with the install, man. Everything's getting wrapped up pretty good. I'm super happy with this paint job on this manifold, man. It looks good. Hopefully it lasts. But yeah, man, everything's looking good. So we'll keep on crunching it out. I'll let you guys know. I'll update you guys whenever, you know, I get some time. So let's go. All right, so we're back. If you guys are OGs, yeah, I remember my boy Xavier. He back over here helping out again. We got the intake on. You guys can see the ARP hardware. We just tightened them down just a little bit. They're getting ready to get tightened down. We're gonna torque these down, and then just finish up the install, man. It's pretty simple from here now. You guys can tell this intake, look right there. And when you look over here at this intake, it has that rubber grommet on there, so we needed to make our own intake gasket, so we made our own right here out of this little gasket material. It should work. Right now, all we're gonna do is torque these down, make sure everything's good with the gaskets and everything like that, and then we're just gonna start buttoning everything up, man. So stay tuned. We'll pick it up in just a little bit. Y'all ready, baby? 36 fuel jet right here. Gotta make some power. And then this is our 62 nitrous jet right here, or the 150 shot. Whew. So what's going on, fam? We're back. I literally do not know where I left off last, but you know, some other things happened with the car, and you know, I gotta get this video out to you guys tomorrow. So I'm filming this real quick. Some stuff happened with this intake manifold, and I wasn't able to finish. Just because I got so pissed off with this thing, like I just left it. You know, I had work in the morning, I was working on it all night, and I just said whatever, man, because I'm just gonna show you guys. So yeah, you guys can tell right here, right there, you know what that is? Broken bolt. All 4 of these holes right here, I promise you, and this hole right here that the throttle body bolts to, all of these holes are literally stripped out. So I literally could not do nothing. When I went ahead and put the throttle body on, I was like, all right, I'm about to finish, about to turn it on, fill it up with coolant, and I'm ready, right? Put the bolts in, and mind you, since I have the throttle body, not a spacer, but the nitrous plate, it extends the bolts about this much. So it's the throttle body, then the nitrous plate, and then the plenum itself. So went ahead and put the bolts in there. I threaded them all by hand, all the way down, and then I got a 3/8" ratchet. Started tightening it down, you know, just slow, just by hand. I wasn't even cranking on the handle, just slow, and they were not tightening up. And I was like, what? So I went to the next one. All 5 of these bolts were freaking stripped, man. So I was like, I don't know what to do. I pulled them off, tightened them things down, and they finally started getting tight at the very bottom, but. So yeah, you guys, like I said, I was tightening down the bolts, and the bolts are a little bit longer from the throttle body spacer. So I tightened them all the way down just on the intake itself, and it looks like there's good threads underneath. So I went and got some bolts from Lowe's because O'Reilly didn't have the fine thread that I needed. I started tightening them in there, and then it started getting tight. So I was like, okay, these might work. I started cranking them out, and what do you know? That damn bolt broke off in there. So now, you know, all I think we can do is get that bolt out of there, obviously, but then we're gonna have to drill and tap all 5 of these holes to a new or a bigger bolt. So the fact that we could get this throttle body on here, we could get this car running, because you know, it's just unfortunate that it's always the last part of the freaking install that happens like this, but you know, stuff happens. So I just wanted to show you guys. I was actually gonna fire it up for you guys today, but you know, considering the circumstances, I really can't. So you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, just showing you the Typhoon manifold. I have a really good feeling about this manifold. I want to show you guys the ARP bolts too. I got these things in there right here, and then I got them all along over here, if you guys can see them. So yeah, man, those bolts are gonna come in clutch. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next week's video will be me firing up the car. We actually go do some pulls with the Typhoon manifold, see what it feels like. My tuner said I don't need a retune for this intake manifold, so we'll see how it runs. Next week, that's what you guys can look forward to. And then after that, man, it's just gonna be full send. We have the 150 shot pills, like I showed you guys. After I go run it, I'll make sure everything's running good on the car, make sure it's topped off with all the fluids and everything like that. And then we're going to be setting it up for a dyno tune, and we're going to be heading back to the dyno, man, to see what it makes on this 150 shot of nitrous, man. So thank you guys all for, oh, and I forgot to mention, I know if you guys follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, please follow me right here, 4.6Chris, same as it is here on YouTube. We caught the sponsorship with Nitrous Express, man. I'm so excited, man. They're excited to work with us and with any future builds, and I'm just so thankful for all of you guys' support and everything from this channel. So yeah, man, future things coming. Stay tuned on the channel. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. It's your boy 4.6Chris. We'll see y'all later, man. Peace.